Keys for Motion Auto Works here. We're going to be working on the Nissan hardbody once again. I'm going to be replacing all the ignition components on it, like spark plugs, ignition coils, wires, cap and rotor. And yeah, so I pretty much got this truck probably like 6 years ago, and I have not done a single thing. I don't even know, I probably only done like one oil change. I never really driven it. I just did the whole little hydraulic kit, and then that was it. But yeah, right now it's not starting. I replaced the starter because my starter shorted out. Go check out the video on that. Small little how-to. So you already know the famous Rock Auto. We got all the parts here. They gave me a Gatorade and a sun case, and then the best part, the magnet. So this truck does call for copper plugs, and it is a Z24 with freaking 4 spark plugs. I mean 8, sorry, which is like kind of silly, but whatever. So we got the NGK. I believe these are like the OEM-ish ones. I don't know, they were hella cheap, honestly. Everything on Rotor is cheap. Standard's a pretty decent brand. They sell it at O'Reilly's a lot, so I just went and I got that. And I live in California, so they don't even like send a lot of the cheaper parts out. These two should be the ignition coils, if I remember. Yeah, these are going to be the 2 ignition coils. Spark plug wires, this is probably the rotor, the cap and rotor. Oh, this is going to be the rotor, and then the cap should be, yeah, this thing feels hella light. That's going to be the cap. I'm going to go ahead and unbox everything, and then we'll get to it. Once again, real quick, the plugs. Here is the distributor cap, the rotor, both ignition coils, then the wires, pretty much all the ignition stuff. I believe there's like little ignition modules that are also there, but those things are expensive. So I'm like, I might as well just replace all this first. If I really got to spend that, I will. Anyways, let's get started. So you should have like 2 wing nuts right here. Take them out, or maybe like 2 10mm to get that off. Then you have these clips. Clips out. Take this out. Take the filter out. Oh yeah, I'm probably need a new one of that. Then over here, mine's just held on by a screw. I don't know if they're all like this, but there's like a little screw right here. Yeah, this thing is pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. Look at that. What is this setup, guys? It's alright. We're gonna make this shit spiffy. It's gonna take a while, but it'll be alright. Then I already took this one out, but you should be able to like kind of pry it up. Or shoot, first actually, gotta unscrew these 2 right here. I decided to decimate it. I need to get some new vacuum lines for sure. So this little guy over here, it's like a molded one though. I think we could figure it out. You are gonna have like a little, that one right there. Mine is just already out, but gotta figure out how to get that one out. I don't know how your guys might be set up, if you guys have one. Then you can just pull this crapper off. I lied. You're gonna have 2 more vacuum lines at the bottom right here, full of spider webs. Let's just do that. Too many vacuum lines for this guy. You can pull that out. I'm just gonna set it to the side. And now we should have a pretty decent access to all the plugs. These are obviously the easiest on this side. You might want to number yours actually. Make sure everything's correct on here. What I'm gonna do is replace the plugs first, one by one, connect it back. Then once I have all that, I'll take the distributor cap off, keep it kind of like in the same orientation. Then I'm gonna do one wire by one. Probably the best way to go about that for me. Alright, so this is the next day. I got interrupted yesterday. We were finally gonna start the plugs. Let me go ahead and pull these 4 wires out. And then get the plugs out. Oh, this thing might be stuck. Let's see. I got this little tool to get the wires out to make it easier. Do this. Boom. There we go. That's super easy. Just like that. Usually want to grab them lower down, but since I'm replacing these, I don't really care. Sometimes they can rip. If you know, a lot of Chevy ones like to rip from my experience. Oh shoot, these things are on there for show. Just throw them out the way. Same fashion. Got the spark plug socket. These are 13/16, so it's the bigger spark plug socket size. A little 3-inch extension. I do have this kind of ratcheting breaker bar. So yeah, I fouled these pretty bad. They're straight black. I also think I had like iridium plugs on the car, and they do call for copper, so I'm just gonna stick to copper. They do last less, but a lot of the time, if you just stick to what the car asks for, it'll be fine. I've had many instances where you think you're gonna put better plugs, and then next thing you know, your plug head blows off on all of them. So stick to the manufacturer. Then, since these are copper plugs, you can gap them, so they need to be 31 to 35 on the Z24 Nissan hardbody, and as you can see, we have a little less, so we're just gonna go ahead and do that. Look, right there, that's perfect. You could use anti-seize if you like. Where I live, which is in California, I've never had to use it actually. I mean, I used to use it a lot, but I mean, I've never really had problems taking plugs out. Manufacturer doesn't use anti-seize. I won't. Whatever floats your boat. I'll grab the regular ratchet and go ahead and snug them down pretty good. That's good. We'll just go ahead and plug these back in. We're gonna plug them fully in since we are gonna be swapping them out. Just for reference, even though I do have them numbered, but still. Just gonna put them on there like that. The exhaust side is definitely more spacious, more easier, that's for sure. See, it looks like that one ripped out, so just make sure you be careful. You're gonna be reusing them. I would honestly just replace them if I were you guys. Minus the dirt I just got on them. These are horrible as well, as you can see. Look at that part number if y'all need it. Go ahead and gap these ones as well. Got the plugs in. We're gonna go ahead and move to the cap and rotor. So just two flathead screwdrivers. All right, guys, seems like it's gonna be flathead, so I kind of have this medium sized one, then I have this stubby. So distributor caps right here, first bolt right here. Nothing too crazy. Got that one loose. Other one's at the bottom down here. You'll see it. It's literally straight across. One's got a ton of oil on it. Alright, we got that bottom one out as well. I'm just gonna pull it off, straight off. Move it to the side in the same orientation. I did get a new rotor, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this out as well. So for the rotor, there is gonna be just a bolt holding it on. Mine is right there. And to take it out, it's gonna be an 8mm. All you need is a little baby ratchet. Got the little bolt out. Here's my new rotor right here. If I do compare them, they are the same orientation for everything as well, so that's good. This got stuck on there. If yours doesn't come with one, make sure you take it off. There is pretty much only one way to put it because the bolt will kind of line it up, but go ahead and get your bolt, put it in the socket, then you'll kind of feel it line up. There we go. Bolt kind of just fell in. See where it belongs. There we go, we got it snugged up. Now we can go ahead and get the new cap. Usually they should come numbered, so mine is numbered. There's going to be intake and exhaust. Obviously this side's going to be the exhaust, that side's going to be the intake. So mine should be going like this. Also make sure, some may or may not come with it, make sure you do have these little graphite little spring things. Make sure they didn't fall out or anything in the package. I'm now snugging the screws down. Now I feel like this is kind of the worst part if you have new wires, because you gotta like match the lengths and stuff. It's not too bad, but man, I'd recommend just getting them all smallest to biggest. We have the 2 coil wires there, then these ones. Then we'll go ahead and just match them with what we got over here. Now, of course, the last 2 go to the ignition coils right there, but I'm gonna go ahead and replace those as well. So they're both gonna have these connectors on it. You're gonna wanna disconnect both connectors and then take off those 2 10s right there. And it's gonna be the same for the other one. Those 2 10s right there. Gonna get them out with the mini ratchet, 6-inch section, long. Okay, 10. I lied, I'm gonna use the ratchet. So I pulled it out. Now you're gonna need this little bracket, so you do have to disconnect this, or you could just unbolt it from right there, then bolt it onto the new ignition coil. Then we have to take this connector out, but everything is super brittle. Of course mine is broken. That's what I'm having trouble doing right now. Probably hasn't even been off since freaking '88. Boom, we got the first one out. Got to remove these bolts to remove the ignition coil Then we could just put the other ignition coil on it. It's gonna be an 8mm for these. Might need to hold it with a screwdriver on this side. Alright guys, so I got it out. It's like 2 brackets pretty much. So you could do it in the truck, but I feel like it's easier to just take everything out. Got my new one right here. It's a standard, you know, standard Chinese. Everything's Chinese. Just put this crap in here and put the bolts through it. These guys through it. Just like that. Just like that. Get the nuts. Those are cool until they're in the way. Then we can go ahead and tighten her down. Then I'm going to go ahead and connect it to this too already as well. Alright, just like that. We're done with all the ignition. These are a little long, but I mean, China, so everything's plugged in over here. I'm gonna go ahead and just put everything back there, and that's it.